What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Rad Up All Night. I apologize that I'm like 10 minutes late here. I was on another show over on deadpit.com. So I jumped off of there and I came back here. So I apologize that I was running a little bit late. I'm trying to do a little double duty tonight. But I thank everybody for popping on in and hanging out with me late night on a Thursday. And what we're going to talk about today is some new rad news that just came out today and an unboxing. I came home to finally seeing my Vinegar Syndrome order here, which has taken a while. And when I walked in, I realized that this box seemed way bigger than I anticipated, which is right here. So I don't remember what I ordered that the box would be that big, but after talking to them on the show, someone mentioned that they just got their Vinegar Syndrome LED like neon sign. And I said, oh, you know what? I ordered the mini one. Maybe that's why this box is so big. So as far as the contents of this box, it could be that light. It could be movies. It could be both. I don't remember. I ordered so much during that sale that I don't know what was a pre-order, what was coming, what was not. And honestly, I don't remember what I ordered as far as movies, to be quite honest. So this might be a little bit of a surprise for me. I've been like, oh yeah, I forgot I ordered that. Unfortunately, that's what happens when there's so many sales going on. Sometimes I just forget. But I want to talk about all of that with you guys. I want to talk about some of the rad news involving Anchor Bay, like literally my favorite label of all time. Just got news today that they're coming back. And this is pretty damn cool in the world of physical media. So before I start all this stuff, I want to say what's up to people in the chat. I see people popping on in, so I appreciate that. We've got D-Shaw Entertainment. What is going on, man? Gus! What's up, dude? Thanks for coming in. Joe Reese, how are you, man? I am doing good. What's up, Creepy Onions? A glorious night with Anchor Bay coming back with the Stars taint. I know. It will be an interesting thing to see what they do here. There's great possibilities. There could be it could be a big flop, basically. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. What's up, Bog Zombie? Look at the Radpack Pod. Go check them out. We have our own channel for the Radpack, and we do have a show next Friday night, and we need as many people in the live chat as possible because it's up to you guys to decide the winner. Not up to us. You guys are going to decide the winner on our Valentine's Day live show. So go check out Radpack Pod on Twitch and on YouTube. Vanderhoff, what's going on? Ken Carlson, what's up? Zombie Daddy Films, go check out Zombie Daddy Films. What is going on, man? No, but I should have been. I should have been. That's how I get myself fired up. But I was on with the Dead Pit Boys, so that's why I'm fired up. Mike, what's up, man? Movie fan, what's going on? Jesse, what's up, Jesse? Movie buffing with Justin, awesome name, dude. What is going on? Thank you for popping in. It's a new name. What's up, Brian? Oh, Fachi, look at this, talking nice, beautiful SOB. I appreciate that, man. I'm getting old, so if I can keep looking young and fresh, then I'm gonna do it. Nice, man. You got it in. I know mine was taken forever. I'm like, what is going on here? Twisted Trucker, what's up, dude? Jeff, what's up, man? That's kind of what happened, right? Like, I'm like, what is taking so long here? Usually it doesn't take me that long. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun unboxing when I don't even know what's in there. That happens a lot, especially with Vinegar Syndrome. Corey, what's up? My man Eli, what's going on? Punisher Batman fan, how are you? I know. I don't know. We'll talk a little bit more about like what they're coming out with, like that we know, and where the possibilities are. Bro, I remember that Media Blasters was killer. Yeah, what is this? No, I don't even know what Culture Fly is. What I heard someone else say that too. Culture Fly 3 deep VHS box displays, they look killer. What is that? I don't know what this is. I have a Media Blasters collection, absolutely. They used to do a lot of those 3-packs. I have tons of those. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Piz, what's up, dude? Thanks for popping in, man. I'm a little old. uh, so all right, so let's do this first. Let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it first. I have the article up right now, and we can share it together, and just I can just read it, and then I can kind of dissect it. So, okay, it says here, Anchor Bay Entertainment label gets revitalized, sets Abruptio and Dinner with Leatherface as first releases. Okay, so Umbrella Entertainment co-founders Thomas and Brian are bringing back Anchor Bay Entertainment with an eye on genre films, undiscovered treasures, cult classics, and remastered catalog releases. This is all a good thing. Okay. We have the opportunity to name the beloved genre film brand we once feel a personal connection with for our new company. This is a new venture, unaffiliated with any previous incarnations. We aim to honor the history and spirit of the past as we look for interesting films to break the mold and will be discovered in new generations for years to come. In Lionsgate's acquisition of Stars in December 2016, the studio absorbed the North American branches of Anchor Bay Entertainment. The Anchor Bay Entertainment trademark was up for acquisition, so Zambek and Katz took the opportunity to acquire it. The new Anchor Bay Entertainment does not include the previous label's library. So, this is going to be interesting. Since the launch of Umbrella Entertainment in 2008, they have produced and executive produced about 14 feature films. Recent releases include Monstrous, starring Christina Ricci, crime thriller American Murderer, starring Ryan Phillippe. Okay, I'm just kind of scrolling through this. If there's anything of note, I will let you know, and you guys can kind of read along. Okay, so let me just see what it says here. Anchor Bay's entertainment slate is horror movie. Okay, let's start here. Both Zambek and Katz are traveling to Berlin National Film Festival to acquire additional films for Anchor Bay Entertainment. On Anchor Bay's entertainment slate is the horror movie Abruptio, directed by Evan Marlowe. A feature is intact, entirely lifelike puppets in a realistic setting. Okay, Abruptio. Okay, we don't have to talk about that because I'll talk about that with you guys. Also, Dinner with Leatherface, a documentary on Gunnar Hansen, who portrayed Leatherface in 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, let's dive into what we know and what we see. All right. So they get none of their old catalog. They acquired the name. Did they acquire the logo? Because there's a new logo. The new logo is a little pirate ship with skull and crossbones. I would have rather went back and did the original logo. Now, maybe they didn't have access to do that. I get it. But I think from a nostalgia aspect, I think it would have just been a real cool gesture because what's old is new again. And I think that really would have brought a lot of people to the table. But now with a new logo and stuff, it kind of makes it feel different already, which it makes me a little weary. And I understand they want to bring new genre films to the fray, which is fine. But listing some of the ones that they talked about that they did in their previous company, none of those I'll say I've ever seen. So in my opinion, a lot of those weren't huge successes or cult classics, in my opinion, because I didn't know any of those. Okay, they starred Christina Ricci. I saw that. Ryan Phillippe, cool. But if they're not ones that people are talking about, then that's unfortunate. I hope that's not what this becomes. Now, imagine if they could be a new boutique label in the mix and start pulling titles, like and pulling, names out of the hat that these companies haven't done. Like I talked about this earlier. Imagine out of the gate they release Near Dark in 4K, right? Like what a way to come out swinging. Now, is it possible for them to get it? I don't know, but they did do it on DVD. And imagine coming out with an edition of Near Dark on 4K that resembled the old Anchor Bay DVD, because that was a really nice release. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity here. It's just about what they have access to acquire. And especially with all of these labels now trying to acquire a lot of these similar titles, I think it's going to be really hard for them to kind of break through and get some of the stuff that these other established companies can't. But these guys seem like they were fans of the original Anchor Bay and what they did and how they kind of broke the mold back in the DVD days. And if I were them, I would be looking at people like Michael Felcher, Slippy, who's does red shirt pictures and he does all these special features. If you want to get access to a movie or to something, he is a guy that can do it. And he worked for Anchor Bay. So imagine bringing him back in to the fray and be like, hey, help us get some titles that other people aren't getting. Like he's got ins. So I hope that they're smart and it isn't just all new movies. I hope they do go back to the well and get some old school stuff. But I will say their first two releases, Gunnar Hansen documentary, I've never seen it, but I am excited for it. I love documentaries. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've never seen this documentary before, so I am all in. And as far as the movie Abruptio, that movie is a trip. Like, not many people have seen it. I was lucky enough to see it at Panic Fest last year in its debut. And I always thought to myself, man, I wonder where this movie is and will we ever see it on VOD or physical media? Because I saw it last April and it's been dormant since. I actually have a review that I'm going to do on it that I've been sitting on for so long because I'm like, I'm going to be talking about a movie that no one's going to see. So now that I know this thing is on its way out, then I'm going to drop that review because I'm probably one of the very few people who have seen that movie. And I'm going to tell you right now, that movie was filmed a while ago because Sid Haig is in it. And it's about life's like puppets, right? But they almost look very human. It's not a cartoon. It's not puppets like Muppets or anything like that. Like these are real humans that are puppets. And people may be like, oh, that was a shitty movie, but it was the way it was done was like nothing I've ever seen before. So I'm super excited to see Abruptio come from this label. I think this is going to be a sleeper hit. And this is one I would keep your eyes on because in my opinion, it's nothing like I've ever seen before. And I highly, highly recommend it. So coming out of the gate, this new Anchor Bay has two pretty cool titles under their belt, something new in Abruptio and then something old school like Gunnar Hansen. So man, I'm excited. I'm a little worried, but I hope that they do a great job and can get some of these titles out that maybe some of these other companies have let go to the wayside and give us the old Anchor Bay treatment. Maybe some of them they'll do in like fancy packages. Like, they did Heather's in a Locker. I did a video talking about that release. Like maybe they can go outside the box and start doing some of the stuff that Anchor Bay did back in the day because they were really, the ones that started all this kind of stuff. And in my opinion, there's some companies haven't done anything like Anchor Bay did back in the day. Like they were definitely pioneers in the whole physical media game. And in a time where physical media is kind of on the outs, to see a company like Anchor Bay rearing its head again is pretty damn cool. So I'm excited for it because I'm just a huge Anchor Bay mark. And I know a lot of old school collectors are as well. So I'm really curious to see what they do with it. My only issue is it's like, oh, here's another label that's going to be fighting for my wallet, right? And there's so many out there. We just got told Eureka is going to be doing a lot of US stuff. It's so easy to get overseas 4Ks now. It's so accessible. So there's just so much stuff all the time. And that's the only part that's kind of negative is it's just like, well, just another company I got to look at now, and decide if I want to buy it or not. So, I mean, I'll go to the chat. Let me know what you guys think about everything I just said, and then we'll move on from there. But it's big news. I mean, it's really cool news. But let's see what they can do with it. I'm intrigued. I'll tell you that much. All right, I'm going to go back in. Let's see. I'm a little behind here. Hold on. Adrian James, what's up? What's up, Jesse? I did order that big 7 set. I did, yes. I never heard of it. I don't know what it is, where you get it. What's up, Retro? Did I pay that much? I don't think I would have paid that much. And you know what's so funny? I could do another giveaway too. So I ordered it, and then I was like, oh, I have a Blu-ray of 7. And I looked at it. Dude, it's still sealed. I haven't even opened this damn thing. I've had this forever. I've never even watched it. So now I'm like, well, I just ordered that 4K big set, and I've got this damn thing. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a giveaway on this. If anybody's interested in this 7 Blu-ray unopened, let me know. And if enough people said, hey, I would love to have that, then I'll do some kind of giveaway for it because I did order that set, but I don't think I paid that much money for it. I know I paid more than I wanted to, but I don't think it was over $100. Chrissy the Slasher dude, what's up, man? Slash the like button. Actually, yes, we have 50 people in here right now. Can you guys hit that like button? I can't see from my end if you guys are hitting the like button or not, but it really does help the channel out. And Chris C, go check him out, man. He's actually up for Horror YouTuber of the Month, I think, right, Chris? Am I right or wrong on that? But go check out his content. Uh-oh, what's this? New member alert. New member alert. Retro. Dude, thanks, man. You are dumb, man. New member. Memberships are open. Super chats are open. Retro, welcome to the Rad fam, my man. I appreciate that. It's just an easy way to give support for all the content and all the time spent doing this stuff. I try to keep it innovative. I try to give it, make it, keep it creative for you guys. Try to give you some different stuff, but that's why I do these late night shows, guys, because life in my world is so busy that I have to find time to get these things in and hang out with you guys. So I appreciate the support, everybody who's in here now, and Retro for becoming a channel member. I'm going to go back up. Let me see. It does. You're right. Like, it does sound like it is a name only. Like, it really does. But I mean, they did acquire the name, so which means it's not like it's like a fake Anchor Bay. It's still, but I don't know. I wish the logo, man, the logo, the original logo, the ship. They needed that. They needed that because it's recognizable. You know, is it going to have the same feeling when you see a little pirate ship with crossbones? It's not, and I totally agree with you on that. What's up, Cass? Yes and no. It's coming back by name only, but they have a new logo, which I'm not a big fan of because I think the logo is what people recognize. And Vanderhoff says he's not familiar with that. Again, sure. I think that their first two releases are pretty good if they're trying to show you, hey, we're going to put out some new stuff and we're going to put out some old stuff. But again, I also do think they're running into a field that is so loaded with players right now, right? So it's gonna be hard. It really is. I mean, you even look at little companies like Cauldron, and you know they're only putting out so much. I mean, they did get The Living Dead, but I mean, there's a lot of duds in the Cauldron line, in my opinion. But there's a lot of sleeper hits. Like they put out American Rickshaw, and that movie is freaking amazing. Like, I'm a huge fan of American Rickshaw, and I never even heard of it before Cauldron came out with it, and I absolutely love it now. You know, I went back, I bought the DVD, I bought the VHS tape. American Rickshaw is a really cool movie that I had never heard of. So, you know, there's like people like that. Like that's what it reminds me of. It's going to get stuck in the thing of like Cauldron, where it's like once in a while you'll get some big hits, some newer stuff that you haven't heard of, some classics, and then some kind of hits and misses in there. It's probably not going to be a company I'm going to try to complete. I mean, it's always nice when something starts and you can kind of play catch up, but I don't know, man. This is TBD, but I'm a huge Anchor Bay sucker and a mark for Anchor Bay that I'm intrigued at the very least. I think it's a positive thing for physical media. A good call, man. I don't know. I don't know the story with Toxic Avenger remake. It was all over the place. It's going to theaters, it's coming out, and then it just died. I don't know. Actually, to be quite honest, you wanna turn some heads on your company, you put out an Anchor Bay box set of Sleepaway Camp on 4K, and you do it in that old school, you know, white Red Cross style packaging like the old school one. You've got eyeballs on your product. I 100% agree, Eli. I think that would almost be the most perfect thing that they could do to try to come out swinging. I highly agree. I think that that's really come out with. I mean, again, if they can't do the Red Cross, mimic the damn thing. It's going to be white and red. Have a similar look. Have all the movies on. Even do part 4. Have them all on 4K. Man, you want to turn some heads? That's what you do. 100%. Yeah, you know, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm fine with that because I like companies that stick to their style because it looks nice on a shelf. Because like me, and I'm sure a lot of other people, is sometimes they have their steel books all together. And if you want to have all your Vinegar Syndrome stuff together or whatever, and then the steel books are somewhere else, I don't know. It just throws it off. Like I'm not down with Scream Factory's steel books. I don't buy any of them. I'm not buying any of the Vestron steel books. I'm not. I've already got all their stuff. I'm not going to go back and start a steelbook collection. It's just not going to happen. Do I like steelbooks? Absolutely. For I buy steelbooks for studio releases. If the studio release doesn't have a steelbook, I don't usually buy it unless it's something I absolutely love. If it's got a cool limited edition steelbook, a studio release, I'll probably buy it over. It'll be an incentive for me to get it because I do like steelbooks. I just don't want to mix and match my steelbooks with my boutique stuff. Like I think steelbooks are good for more studio mainstream releases. I leave that steelbooks to that, and I keep my boutiques kind of the other way. What's up, Lady J? Go check out Lady J. We have 70 people in here. Definitely come and say what's up. Let me see. The biggest surprise is seeing Anchorbait coming back label. Like, I mean, hell yeah. I totally agree, Kevin. I totally agree with you. They were my favorite label, 100%. But and again, Kevin, new. I don't see you a lot in my live stream, so thank you so much for popping in. Anybody else in here who is not currently a member, hit that subscribe button. Join the Rad fam over here. I love chatting with you guys on this Up All Night. That's what these are for. I have certain things I want to talk about, but this is the time where we can really interact on these Up All Night shows. Sometimes when I'm doing shows with a lot of people or there's a big concept, it's hard to get to everyone. So, I agree. It's a wait and see. It's a wait and see. Okay, I mean, it's better than 100. It's still pricey, don't get me wrong. It was more than I wanted to spend. I don't know why. I think a FOMO hit me on that. And I honestly don't even remember what it looked like. I know it was something, it had a pretty like a big box or something, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know why I bought I bought it. Blu-ray Addict, what's up, man? FOMO kicks in sometimes, man. I don't think I got the big. I don't think I got that big one. I got a nice looking one, but it wasn't over $100. Man, I've never seen it. I've never seen that. So Jesse paid 70. What's up, dude? Dude who loves movies. Cody, go check him out. What's up, everybody? Don't forget to roundhouse kick the like button for my. I appreciate that, man. And speaking of Cody, him and I will be live tomorrow night talking about 90s thrillers. A lot of these like erotic thrillers, right? A lot of these thrillers from the 90s that we don't get a lot of anymore. Things like, you know, Basic Instinct, Disclosure, Fear, all these kind of things. You got the mainstream ones, and then even, you know, talking about some of the lower key ones that maybe haven't even been around on physical media in a long time, or maybe ones that we want to talk about that you guys don't know. And then we'd love for you guys to interact with us and tell us some of your favorites because we don't know them all. We're going to tell you some of our favorites and talk about a genre of movie that is completely lost in this day and age. And it's probably because of the way things are in this day and age that these just wouldn't fly anymore. But man, these were staples to me and a lot of people growing up. Man, a teenage boy in the 90s, you loved these damn things. So let's talk about it tomorrow. Come in the chat, see what we have to showcase, see what we have to talk about. And I would love to hear you guys tell us some as well, because I'll be taking notes on ones that maybe I've never seen that I need to add to my collection because I love this genre. And I know Cody does too. So make sure you guys go into my live streams and hit the reminder for tomorrow night. When are they announcing a website? I don't know. I mean, it was just announced today that they're coming back under new ownership, so I'm sure it's coming eventually. 100%, 100%. It was. I don't remember what caused me to pull the trigger on that. LA Jewel, what's up? I mean, I don't know. Fake anchor bait, we'll see. I mean, they've got the name is theirs, so it's what they do with it, I guess, and who they get on board to help out. You know, that's going to be the key. It's going to really just be who they get involved with all this stuff. That's the big key. Let me see. Sorry, I'm missing people in the chat. I apologize as I'm scrolling here. Let me see. I don't know what this means. Find the movie again. He's already got a copy he's had for years. He hasn't watched. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what that means. Are you talking about Seven? I've seen Seven 1,000 times. I just haven't watched this version, if that's what you're talking about. I don't know. I always thought it was a sailboat. The dude with Ratitude. Thanks, brother. Captain Horror, go check out the captain. The captain. I mean, dude, why the hell not? Right? Again, it's just to come in out of the gate and put all this, put themselves on the map with some of this, it's going to cost money. And there's a lot of companies gearing towards the same titles right now. So it's going to be hard for a new kid on the block to come in, right? Like if they were still backed by Lionsgate, they'd have money to spend. I don't know what this situation is for this company. I don't, right? So they might be playing it safe now to kind of get some funds going before they start spending, right? And that was kind of the downfall of Anchor Bay was people weren't buying as much physical media and they were still paying a lot for these titles, and it kind of was almost became not worth it for them, right? So that could be the detriment for a lot of these companies. Nina, what's up, kid? That's true, Ragnar. That's true. Hammer did the same thing, and we'll never. You're right. They did. Did they do I don't know if Anchor Bay did Contraband. Somebody did it because I own it somewhere, but I'm not sure who put that out. What's up, T? T. What's up? I think it could be a good thing having new. I mean, it could. You're right. This could be if it fails, it's not going to sour the original stuff. Because as they got to Stars, they changed their logo too, and that's the era everybody wants to forget. So maybe you're right. I 100% agree. They do have a lot to live up to. If they're going to come in and just butcher it, it's going to be on them. People aren't going to take them serious, and people aren't going to buy their product. But it says that they were fanboys, so hopefully that's the case, right? I mean, let's hope. Interesting. Anchor Bay releases. So you know what I should do, and let me know if you guys are interested. Obviously, if you've been following the channel a while, I do Anchor Bay related stuff. I'll showcase some really cool releases they've done in the past because I'm just a big fan. But Anchor Bay was in the Blu-ray market for a while, but it didn't last. They weren't in the Blu-ray market a long time before they were already gone. But I do have quite a bit of Anchor Bay Blu-rays, and I know a lot of people probably don't have those, and a lot of those Anchor Bay Blu-rays are out of print and worth quite a bit of money. License to Drive, Lucas, like those are just a couple. If you guys are interested, I could do a cool video on Anchor Bay Blu-rays, my whole collection. I mean, I've got quite a bit, I guess. So let me know if that's anything you guys would be interested in now that this Anchor Bay stuff is in the works. Oh, 100%. It's way better. I would love that, man. Hell yeah. I didn't notice. I watched it. I didn't notice if it was hard to open. Let me see. See, I didn't know that, man. I didn't even know Up All Night had DVDs. Let me see. When people saying Ray was a fair label back in a day, other than Elite and Image. No, not really. I mean, dude, Blue Underground was around. Trying to think. There was a lot of other. I mean, I've got tons of stuff. I mean, you had Troma, you had Full Moon, you had Severin was a label then. Synapse was still a label back then. I'm trying to even think because I have labels in my DVD collection all organized. You had Media Blasters, you had Dark Sky, they were a big label back then. So, I mean, you did have a lot of labels, not like you do now, not pumping out the same amount of content as you do now, but I mean, there was still stuff out there. Code Red had come out at that point. But I get what you're saying, but at the same time, Anchor Bay was really people's favorite label because they were putting out the underground stuff, the horror movies that these studios weren't touching, right? So, if it wasn't for Anchor Bay, I would have never seen a movie like The Stuff, Kenny and Company. Like these are all movies that I found because I bought something with that little logo on it. And they had tons of great movies. Pin, like things that I maybe never seen on VHS, only when it came to DVD. But I think that they was still weren't a label that the regular person would be buying, the average person. But it was more accessible because I mean they were at Best Buy, they were pretty much at all the department stores, so it was a little bit more accessible. Hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah. Thanks, T. What is it true that Roadhouse? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it. I'll probably watch it, but I mean, I don't really care about that movie. I don't know that. The only Black Scorpion I know is from WCW. Oh hell yeah! Actually, you know what? Before I open my box over here, hell yeah, I have that DVD or that. That's like Sorority House Massacre 3, right? Speaking of that, I got a couple things in the mail before I get into my Vinegar Syndrome. Um, Speaking of tomorrow, check this out. I got some new titles from MVD's new Skin Max line. I've got Target of Seduction and Strip Show. And what's this one? Ultimate Taboo and Different Strokes. I was seeing if Shannon Tweed was on any of these. They're not. Ginger Lynn Allen is though. So these are two new Skin Max double packs from MVD that I just got in. I got in some horror movies. Slaughterhouse. I have not seen this thing. Let me know how that is. A movie called Candyland, which is a new horror type movie. And I did watch The Black Mass, which is pretty much a new take on Jeffrey Dahmer. This just came out as well. So I got those. I got the remake of Blood Feast from Synapse. Cody's going to like this. If Cody's still in the house, he's going to be happy. I bit the bullet on Godzilla because it was on sale on Amazon for like I think it was $22.99. So I finally got the Steelbook of Godzilla. I've been holding off on this because it was just, I didn't want to pay $30+. So I got it for like $22.99, I think, on Amazon. So I got Godzilla. I got Cursed Films Part 2. I have the first one. I needed to get the second one. I got High Tension from Second Sight Films. I got the 4K 2 movie collection of 48 Hours. And I got the big Conan Chronicles box set 4K from Arrow. Now, I haven't watched Conan yet. I did watch High Tension, and I was not impressed with it. I talked about that on my Instagram and on a reel if anybody checked it out. Unfortunately, because I love Second Sight. But, I kind of wish I saved my money on that release, to be honest with you. I did get Blood Moon from Severin. I've never seen this movie, but it looks up my alley. If anybody has anything about Blood Moon, let me know. I also got Raiders of the Living Dead from Severin as well. Pretty cool movie. I wanted to see this one again because it's just got a really cool aesthetic to it. And I only have it on DVD, and the quality's really bad. And it's one of those movies it's pretty fun. And I think with just a better transfer, I would probably enjoy it a lot more. So I snagged that one. So those are going to be a bunch of things that I got within the last couple weeks in February so far. Not a ton, but a little bit. I'll see what you guys have to say about that kind of stuff, and then I'm going to open this Vinegar Syndrome box. Again, we have 75 people in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, please do. I will put the ticker on as well. If anybody forgets to hit the like button or does not know that I have a podcast, you can go subscribe to that on YouTube as well. And I'm behind on the chat. Let me get back to it. That limited got bumped from. Oh my god, I heard about that. That's the problem with those companies. It's like, stick to your guns, man. Like, I get it. You want everybody to get it and be happy. I get it. But you know what, Scream Factory, that was your bad for not realizing that that would have sold a lot better. There's so many movies that they have on their site that are way worse than Unlawful Entry is. So I get it when they're like, "Oh, we want everybody to get a chance." Well, that's cool too, but to be honest, like, if it wasn't limited, I wouldn't have bought it right away. Put it that way. I love it, right? I would have bought it, but I wouldn't have rushed like 100 miles an hour when I saw that thing was selling hotcakes. Yeah, see, Captain's got a positive mindset going into it. Anchor Bay is first love. Heck yes, movie buff Justin. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night or at least catch the replay. Seems like you're into that stuff too. Yeah, man. Heck yeah. What up, Dead Pit? Go check out Dead Pit. Like I said, I was just on the show with them before I bumped over here. So we just talked on their show about Freddy Krueger and other things. Agree. They did have a huge thing with. I bought a ton of my stuff at Best Buy back then. Agree, it would be, but I think it's going to have to do with money because all these companies are going to be throwing money at some of these titles. Do these guys have the money to throw at them? I don't know. Oh, was it Cauldron that did it? Okay, so that makes sense. I think I have that one as well. I would put them with the new one. It's interesting because my Blu-rays and 4Ks are not together. So if it's an Anchor Bay 4K, it's got to go in its own section. But if it's an Anchor Bay Blu-ray with the new logo, I will put it with the old Anchor Bay Blu-rays. Yes. Maybe that's where I know I have Contraband from somebody. But I don't remember. Yeah, his avatar's wild. Jamie Hart, go check out Jamie. What is up, kid? 100%, because I think a lot of these companies see that physical media is now really like a collector's market more than anybody else. So they're like, these collectors have FOMO. These collectors will do this. Let's increase the prices a little bit. That I'm not a fan of because, to be honest, all it's doing is keeping me a little bit more picky with certain things. As I just said, I bought that damn 7 set, right? But I'm not upgrading everything. No, like I said, I'm kind of mad that I got High Tension. I wish I would have saved my money. There's a lot of Scream Factory 4Ks I haven't jumped on. So who knows? But again, the prices are a little bit insane. Heck yeah, man. For sure. Awesome, man. Okay. That's an easy enough one to do. Oh, I have that. Strip to Kill. I have that with. You know what? I'll bring that to the show tomorrow. I'll bring that to the show. Even though it was an 87, I'm gonna bring it to the show. That's funny. All right. That'll be my next Up All Night. We'll do it. We'll do it my next one. Artisan was a good DVD label. Their stuff is all Artisan. All those Artisan DVDs are worth a lot of money. Is there a lot of print now? Like a lot of them aren't back out on physical media. I know Lionsgate owns that, but I don't know where a lot of those titles are. Oh, hell yeah. Great memories, man, for sure. Yeah, for sure. License Drive, Lucas, Dutch, Star Chamber, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Oh, wow. You have a lot that I don't have. Wow. I didn't even know Bedazzled had a Blu-ray. Oh, I can't either, man. When you said that, I'm like, did somebody announce it? But no. Oh, hell yeah. That was like that whole angle with RoboCop and Black Scorpion, that introduced me to WCW back in the day. That's when I first started watching. Oh yeah, they were doing VHS. Yep, man. Imagine Midnight Hour having that. Yep, yep. And we all skipped it, and now look. Um, yeah, I mean, I might watch it. Not excited, but I don't get excited for a lot of stuff. So that's a me problem. 100%, 100%. Oh God, don't tell me that. It's it bad. I don't know. Um, damn. Look at that. Cool, cool. I mean, I only have that Godzilla on DVD. So I figured, I wanted it, but I didn't want to pay the price that Best Buy wanted. So when I saw it on Amazon cheap, I was like, I'll get it. Oh, nice, man. I have not seen those movies in years. Like I barely remember what they're about. So I'm excited to go back and rewatch those again. Nice. Oh yeah, 100%. Um the issue with High Tension now again, this is a preference thing more or less. So what happened was number 1 I have the Blu-ray from Lionsgate. So that right there was already a determinator like is it worth an upgrade? I love the movie. I love the way Second Sight does their packaging, right? So that was a win-win for me. I was like, I'll get it. Um, Number 1, there's no English dub, which I like, and I know a lot of people would prefer the subtitles, but you know what? Like a lot of times when I'm doing stuff, like if I happen to miss what's going on and I miss some of the subtitle, I'm like, oh, what the hell? And then rewind it. So I like to have the dubs on. So to not even have that as an option is kind of annoying, number 1. Number 2, the director helped with the transfer, which is cool, right? But he dumbed all the colors down because he felt that the previous releases were blown out and the saturated, and he didn't really like that color. He wanted a more like dull color to the movie. And plus, with the OLED TV and the 4K, the blacks are really dark. So when it came to the movie, the colors were really dumbed down a lot. It was very dark. Were the images sharp? Yeah, they were sharp. So, and there was a couple special features that weren't ported over. I just feel like my personal preference, I prefer the brightly colored one, the one with the more saturated colors, more than what the director wanted to color change. And that's just me. I mean, if people want to watch it the way that the director wanted it to look, then maybe you'd rather have the Second Sight one. But for me, I just personally think the Blu-ray was perfectly fine. And I liked that way it looked better. I thought it looked better personally. I liked the coloring. So from just a me thing, I would have been like, I would have been happier with just the Blu-ray because to be honest, if I ever watch that movie, when I watch that movie again, it's going to be the Blu-ray. And I don't think I'll ever probably watch this version of it again. So that's the only thing that kind of sucks. And that's just a me thing, right? So hated High Tension, the movie or the way it looked. It looks good, but I mean, when you're comparing, there is a drastic color change. Blood Moon? I think it was an 80s movie. I think that's why I jumped on it. But yeah, 89, 1989. It was an 80s horror movie that I'd never seen. So I looked at the trailer and I was like, okay, this looks pretty cool. And it's very different for me to find an 80s horror movie that I've never heard of. So I was like, I'm gonna try it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's like a little slasher. So I'm excited to check that one out. Um Boba Fett. Thank you, man. You too. I appreciate you popping in. Yeah, I like High Tension a lot too. Um, we both have Facebook groups. Search for Born to Be Rad on Facebook and search for Dead Pit on Facebook. We have community groups. I actually just started mine. Um, and maybe we should do a lot more cross promotion. We should probably open the doors to post on each other's page and whatnot. Yeah, you're probably right. It's hard though, it's like you want the channel to grow, you want people to enjoy the content, you want to keep active on social media, but when you have a full-time hectic job like myself and family and whatnot, and to try to be on all social medias and promote and do this, it's hard. It's literally like a part-time job. And it's crazy. Like, so if you want to find me outside of YouTube, I'm mostly active on Instagram. Instagram's the easiest way to get a hold of me through DMs. I post stuff daily on my collection, on something I just get, some different pieces. I post daily on there. So if you want more content, go to Instagram. If you want to know what shows are coming up on the channels, go to Instagram. I'm always promoting it over there. I don't really use X. Like, you may see me pop in and chime in and put something up randomly, but I don't do a lot of I'll repost some stuff, but I don't really interact. I find X to be a little bit too cesspool-ish to me. Like, I'll turn it on and the first thing I'll see is like people posting something to try to get reactions out of people, and then it ends up just becoming debating and fighting, and I'm like, what kind of fun is this? Like, people aren't giving out good information. They're throwing statements out there as fact and then just waiting for the bait of people to argue with them so they get traction, right? And that to me is just like, I'm not part of that game. I'm not like throwing stuff out there to try to gain clickbaits and whatnot. I don't need that. Like, I'm here for quality content. I'm here to have fun. I'm not there to try to get myself known with garbage, right? So I'm not on there. I'm on there. So if you're on there, feel free to follow me, but I don't do a lot of activity in there. I will repost things that I think are cool that people might post. I'm on Threads. I don't really do much on there either. I'm on TikTok. You actually can find me on TikTok. I do completely different stuff on there. I'll do like movie clips that I find funny. I'll do commentating over certain things. So that's even different than what I do here and there. But the Facebook group is something I just started just to kind of have all the rad community in one place. And I'll post different stuff on there that is more shareable material. Like, I might post a old school promo flyer for like a movie when it came out on VHS from like an old horror magazine. I might throw out like, an old school Pizza Hut commercial. So anything more or less nostalgic, retro, I'll post on the Facebook group. I'll share the videos that the newest YouTube videos on there. So basically, wherever you follow me, I'm doing something a little bit different. So please feel free to follow me all those places. If you go into, I'll have it in the description if you're watching this on the replay. You just click my link of where to find me. It's going to show you everywhere I hang out. The podcast, Facebook, Instagram. It's all the links are going to be there. I heard it got pushed back though already, so I don't know much about it. Okay, so say it. Retro, same thing. He's kind of bummed about the second side. I recommend it to people because, again, I'm here to be honest with you guys. I'm a collector. I find that it's my responsibility sometimes to buy certain things so I can tell you guys about them, right? But I also want you to know that I'm just like you guys. Like, there's certain things I'll buy that maybe you won't, but I'm also going to show you that you don't need to get everything. I just spent $40 on the high tension, and I'm not saying it's the worst, but I'm saying if you have the Blu-ray, save your money. Spend your money on something else. That's just me. I know Boogans just came out. I've heard a lot of people say Boogans wasn't a great upgrade from the Blu-ray. The problem is the Blu-ray's been out of print for so long, so this might be the only way to get Boogans for a decent price. I love Boogans. I recommend get Boogans. But if you have the Blu-ray from Olive, maybe it's not worth the extra $25-$30. I'm going to keep my Olive Blu-ray and call it a day. Like, I don't need the 4K. I've heard mixed things about the quality of the transfer. So I'm going to say, to save everybody some time, save myself some money and time, I'm just going to keep the Blu-ray I have. So again, I'm here to kind of tell you guys, pros and cons about certain things. You don't need to always get the new shiny toy. And you shouldn't have to feel bad about that. And I'm here to kind of help show you guys that you don't need everything. Because I've had people reach out to me a lot with that concern. Hey, you guys get everything. I feel like I'm not a good enough collector because I can't afford all these new releases. should I just stop collecting? No, don't worry about what I'm getting or the other guy's getting. Like, do what you can, man. Like, as I get into like 20 years of collecting, I'm getting more picky than I was 20 years ago when I could go to a store and get used DVDs and get 20 DVDs for $30, right? Like those days are over. Sometimes you buy one movie for the price it cost to get 20 DVDs back in the day. So I get it. It's not cheap. Stop Stuntman Mark. I was just on with Stuntman Mark on that. But Trimark DVDs. Huh. I don't know. Let me know what titles were on it and I'll know for sure if I have them. I did not, but I'm probably going to get it. If it was a 4K, I would have dropped and got it right away. But I already have the Blu-ray from Warner. So to just rebuy a Blu-ray to me is like, I love the movie. It's a lot of nostalgia for me. Sure, the perks of the different things it comes with are intriguing to me. So I don't know. I'm definitely gonna Masters maybe, Tank Girl no. I have Tank Girl Blu-ray from Shout Factory. It's fine. But Masters might be something I'll dive into. Creepy Onion. I know, man. I'm waiting. If you guys haven't, go back and check. I did more like 50 DVDs that need an upgrade, and I talk about Rumpelstiltskin. I agree. They should have 110%. They should have. Anytime they do color correction, they should give you both versions. Oh, Bog Zombie, $5 super chat. What does he say here? Early work day tomorrow. I'm gonna have to catch on the rest of the replay when it's. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You guys don't have to give. But man, I totally appreciate that, and I'm gonna give you a little super chat video here. Yeah! 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 Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Come back and watch on the replay. I'm skipping. Let me see. What? I need that. I 100%. Speaking of 90s thrillers, some good ones, some Basic Instinct, Jennifer 8. I've never seen Jennifer 8. Jade. I remember that one. Sliver. Yep. Malice, Copycat, Rich Man's Wife, Vanishing, Switchback, Breakdown. 100%. And that's what's tough is the thriller genre is so big. And that's what's hard. Even I was talking to Cody. I'm like, dude, like, there's so many things out there. Like, Firstborn is considered like an action, a drama thriller. Like, do we count that? Like, there's so many movies that can be categorized. You go to a video store, when you go to the drama section, there's so much stuff, thrillers, this, that, and this. So we try to narrow it down to more like ones that involve like relationships and, cheating on somebody else or something along those lines. Like basically anything with like Michael Douglas, I guess. But it should be a fun time. Yeah, I mean, it's one to kind of hang on to. I would say don't jump to. Oh, Taboo, I have that, like the horror movie. Oh yeah. What's up, White Peta? Yes. So originally supposed to do Monster Mania, which I still may do, but I don't know. It's a 6-hour drive for me, and I was supposed to meet up with the Radpack, but flights were way too expensive, so we're not doing the meetup, and it sucks. And to top it all off, Joe Dante was one of the biggest reasons we were going, and he canceled. So I may not be going, but I am going to convention this weekend. I'm going to 2 perhaps. So this weekend near me, there's a wrestling convention. And, there's people like Trish Stratus, Dennis Rodman. Like, there's a bunch of wrestlers there. So I'm going to that. Definitely going to meet Rodman. I've met Trish before. I got her autograph, got a picture. So I might not meet Trish. I forget who else is there, but I'm definitely going to probably get an autograph and a picture with Dennis Rodman. He's one of the bigger guests there. And also on Saturday night in Boston, which is going to be tough. There's a sci-fi convention. And if you guys watched my channel, I did an interview with Lisa Downs, and she's the director of the documentaries Life After. So she did Life After Flight of the Navigator, Life After Flash. She's coming out with Life After Neverending Story. She's from England, and she's being flown in as a guest to premiere Neverending Story documentary, which I was lucky enough to already see. She sent me a screener before we did the interview, and I might head up there and meet up with her and hang out with her because she's going to be here in the States. And she wanted to maybe do a little interview with me for some future projects and stuff like that. So that's in the works, but it really just has to come down to time because based on how long I'm at the wrestling convention for, and then I'll have to travel like a little over an hour to get to her. And it really just depends on timing. And if I can make it all work. So it's going to be tight on Saturday. But that's what I have going on as far as conventions. And there are a couple coming, like New Jersey HorrorCon looks really awesome. Chiller Theater, which is one I go to every year, that's coming as well. So I may hit either Chiller or New Jersey Comic Con up. 90s Con is coming in March, which I'm gonna hit up and meet Alyssa Milano, Gina Davis, and there's a lot of 90s people there. I'm actually going to talk to Cody about it tomorrow because they've got the cast of Step by Step, and if he wants me to get him some stuff, I will. But yeah, there's a lot of conventions coming, and I just got to be a little bit more picky on where I go because they're so expensive now. And a lot of them are going to cost me like hotels, so I got to take that into consideration. But yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow, Saturday, I'll be at the wrestling convention. I'm going to try to get to Sci-Fi Con in Boston the same night. In March, I'm definitely going to be at 90s Con. Monster Mania is up in the air. And then if I don't do Monster Mania, I'm going to do either Chiller or New Jersey HorrorCon. So let me know if anybody's in the East Coast and they're going to be in any of those. Oh, no. No! They did? Damn it. I didn't order inside yet, but I don't think I'm going to now. What's up, man? What's up, Dallas Jones? Yeah. I mean, it just seems like it didn't catch on the way they wanted it. So Jesse, did you get Boogans? It makes you sad. Oh, of course I did. I have The Dead Alive on DVD, so that's Trimark. Okay, yeah, I got some of those. Hell yeah. I have not. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. Boxing Helena. Yeah, I remember that. I have not seen anything about this. Retro. Growing more picky with upgrades lately. I originally started upgrading everything to 4K. Found a lot of 100%. I cannot tell you I agree totally with you, but I feel like every time I say this, other physical media YouTubers like shit on me about it. I don't know why, but it's, in my opinion, it's true. And then people, will say, well, you got to fix your TV if it's too dark. Well, I don't want to, I already had my TV done. I'm not going to keep switching it around every time I put a movie in. I shouldn't have to do that. And maybe it's the OLED TVs. Maybe they're just too dark, right? Like they look fantastic, but when the scenes are dark and the blacks are so heavy on the OLEDs, maybe it just really makes it look dark. Do you have one of those TVs? Not all of them, but some of them. Like I thought Silver Bullet looked freaking out of this world, right? But then there's other ones that I'm like, wasn't so too impressed, DVD to Blu-ray, that's different. DVD to 4K, different. Blu-ray to 4K, I'm not totally 100% sold yet. Now, do I like the 4K format? Sure. If a new movie comes out, like let's say, for instance, Iron Claw's coming out from A24. They're only doing a Blu-ray. Thanksgiving only had a Blu-ray. I didn't buy them yet because I'm thinking in my head, I'll just wait. And it's either I'm going to get these super cheap on sale or a 4K is going to come out in 6 months and I'll just buy that. If Iron Claw came out on Blu-ray and 4K the same day, I'd choose the 4K at this point. Like that's just kind of how I work. But a lot of these ones that I'm upgrading, unless it's like one of my favorites or unless it's something maybe I haven't upgraded in 10 years, maybe it's something I still have on DVD, like I'll upgrade it. But if it's something like that I feel like I just bought, like I didn't get the new 4K of Nightbreed. I didn't get it. I think my Blu-ray box set, that limited edition with the purple, all those different cuts from Scream Factory, that's fine. I don't need a small little slipcover edition when I have this big box set that just looks way nicer because the format's a little bit different. I don't need that. So those are just my kind of thoughts on the whole 4K Blu-ray fiasco. There's a lot that go into my decision making on what I jump to. A lot of it is packaging. Does one going to look a lot more prestigious than the other? I take that into consideration. How old is the Blu-ray before the 4K came out? You know, like there's a lot of things I take into consideration, but I don't always upgrade anymore. It's not X-rated. No, it's I think it's called Taboo. It's got Corey Feldman in it. Darren, what's up, man? It's been a while. Heck yeah, man. Hope you guys kick some butt. Oh man, is this Dirk too? Man, you know what? Again, Chris Season here as well, and I think he's also nominated. So, guys, if you want to, in the comment section after this is over, if you guys want to post the link in there, these guys are up for Horror YouTube of the Month. Go check it out. It's on Anthony's Horror and More's page. Click that video, check out the nominees, and throw your vote in there for sure. Of course, I'm going to support you guys. You guys come in and support me. It's appreciated. Like I said, I've known those guys a long time. Darren, Dirk, like those guys are OG Dead Pit, you know? So I got to support them. Got to support them. They were around longer than I was. Do you think streaming on Tubi killed 50-pack and another? I don't know, man. I don't know. Dude, I wish if I could afford plane tickets, I would. 100% I would. That show looks fantastic. I would love to meet up with you guys. I mean, there's so much I'd love to do, but it's a tough year. Like I'm going to Universal Horror Nights for the first time. I'm going to Disney, you know, like is a lot going on this year, but if I didn't have to pay for the plane tickets, dude, I'd be there 100%. Yeah, dude, I don't understand why they would bring Kevin Spacey in. It doesn't, to me, risk versus reward is like everything in my life, I think about that. My life, risk versus reward. Is my reward worth the risk involved, right? Kevin Spacey risk versus reward ratio is not, in my opinion, is not strong enough for that to be a thing. I would have just left it alone. I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't get it. Ooh, I might have to look into that. Is it Blu-ray HD? Yes, I have Burial Ground. Not the 4K. I'm fine with the Blu-ray. I'm not going to go up to 4K, but yeah, it's an interesting movie to say the least. Hell yeah. Anchor Bay, baby. All right, let me see. Before I keep going over here, mine is not everything. It's some things, not everything. All right, before I forget, let me open this Vinegar Syndrome box. We're already an hour in. I didn't want to be on there this long. Okay, let's see what I got here. All right. Let's see. Vinegar Syndrome box. This was during the subscriber week sale, which means when those things were on sale, I might have just started picking stuff I didn't have. So I have no clue what is in here, except I do think I have that Vinegar Syndrome neon light in here. Yeah, I think this is it. All right. So this has got to be the mini Vinegar Syndrome neon. Now, why did I buy this? I bought this because I am in the process of building a second studio for YouTube. Second studio in another room. And I'm building it out and I'm making a backdrop. And I think this would be pretty cool to have somewhere in the studio. It could be maybe on a desk that you're going to see, maybe behind me. I don't know yet. But I wanted to snag it. It didn't take up as much space as the other one. I didn't have enough wall space to do the big one. So I figured, all right, this was cheaper. Having a cool neon in there would be sweet. So I can show you the sizing of it. Small. It comes on a little stand, or you can hang it on the wall. Oh, no, I don't want to break this. Let's see. This might be the first time you guys are checking this out. I don't know if a lot of people have bought this. I got this already. I haven't seen anybody post about this little one yet. So this might be one of the first times you guys are checking this out. This might still be available on their site. I don't know. Could still be available. Again, I've seen the large one. It looks fantastic. I just don't have the wall space for it. I'd rather put up a poster. All right, so here's the size. It's about, I'd say like 12 inches maybe. I'm not going to put this all together now. I'll showcase it on an Instagram post. But this is the Vinegar Syndrome sign. So it can be it comes with a stand, or you can hang it on the wall. So that's pretty sweet. So I got to find somewhere to put that. All right. And then it comes with all this different stuff to hook it up with. All right, now let's see what else I got in here. And I'm going to go back to the chat. I'm like way behind, so I apologize if I'm skipping anybody's stuff. What's in the box? Dude, I'll be honest, Giz. 90s Con is expensive. It's really expensive, and it's actually kind of shitty. Because I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh my God, if I go here, this is going to be expensive. But I really do want to meet Gina Davis because I have a Fly poster signed by Goldblum, and I really want to get her on that. I really do. And Alyssa Milano, I at least want a picture with her because I was a huge Alyssa Milano fan as a kid, growing up as a kid. Talk about thrillers, erotic thrillers. She was like my girl back then. 100%, man. I think OLEDs look fantastic. I really do. But I do find that the blacks are very heavy. So if a movie is very, very dark, sometimes it comes off very, very dark. Thanks, man. What's in the box? Oh, wow. That's sick, dude. I'd love that. It's going to look nice lit up, 100%. All right, let's see what movies I got in here. Oh, man, all I do is make a mess in this room. Okay, here's some. All right, what I get. I don't even remember ordering this. Mutant Hunt. I don't have any recollection of ordering this. It was probably on sale, I'm assuming. Let me know if this was a good pickup or not, but I'm 100% sure I would have never bought this unless it was like cheap. Oh, dude, yes. Yeah, did you get the big one? Oh, you got the big one. Yeah, there was a mini one now. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not really the biggest tech guy. I'm not the person to ask. There's probably way better people than me because I really don't know. But yeah, Mutant Hunt. I don't know anything about it. It was something I didn't have, and it was cheap. Here's another one. When they did this sale, I said, I'm going to finally pull the trigger on Boggy Creek 2. So they had it on sale. It's limited edition to 4,000. I finally pulled the trigger on it. I like the original Boggy Creek. And a lot of people are like, what? That movie sucks. I like it. It's so what's the word I'm looking for? It's so nothing that I love it. Like, it's just one of those movies that it's just really cool, but nothing really happens in it. So I'm curious to see what the sequel's like. It's probably terrible, but again, I'm intrigued by it. I've never seen it. Oh, I do remember getting this. So I got Little Darlings. I've never seen this movie, and I've heard so much about it. I've heard so much about this through the years, and I've never seen it, never owned it. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna jump on this. It's part of their new line, Cinematography line, and it comes in this big thick box. It's numbered to 8,000 on the back, and yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see what this is about. If you want, I can open it. Showcase what this looks like in here because it looks pretty snazzy. Let me see. This looks like a pretty snazzy little box. So you get that kind of J card thing. Ooh, I don't like these with the tape. Ooh, don't like that. Okay. Yeah, I heard Little Darlings is great. So you got this, it slips off. It's like a little J card thing. Ooh. Now you got the back. And then it folds out like a book. This is really nice. Look at that. Looks like a book. And then you open up the book, and it is a book. Look, it's a little storybook. Cool. And then you got the disc in the back. This is pretty neat. This is a new design from Vinegar Syndrome. New design. Very cool. Again, I've heard great things about this movie. I can say I've never seen it. I've just heard about it for a long time. So I figured, hey, with this new line that they're doing, cinematography, that's what it's called. And this is a Paramount title. I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot. And as far as the presentation, I'm very happy with the way this looks. Now, what I don't like is that J cards like don't fit inside this box. So like now I've got to go put this somewhere. I don't like keeping it on. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it on for now, I guess, to protect it on the shelf. Ugh. I don't like the way the J cards look. I don't like it. All right, I'll put this on. But yeah, Little Darling seems to get a lot of love. And this being a new line, I wanted to jump on it and pay. I know I paid full price, but I don't know like if this being the first one in this line is gonna sell out. This is number 1 on this new line they're doing. So I'm always down to kind of get jump on stuff quick, especially with a new line. There we go. What's up, man? Check out John Doe Juggalo. Him and Cody had a show tonight. So Jeff was talking about OLED on his Instagram, and I questioned him about some stuff. So yeah, people are talking about the TVs, man. Feel free to answer the questions because you know more than I do. All right, let's see. So that was only 3. I think I got more. All right, what's all these? All right. I got 3 more, gang, I think. That must have been it. 6 total. Oh, baby. What the hell? I see what they did. Okay. So I got the box for Freeway. Look at that. Freeway 1 and 2 box set. Now I already own these, but I always said like Scream Factory should do this. They should put out a box for their collectors, like their Chucky sets, all this other stuff. Well, Vinegar Syndrome knows what the hell they're doing because they gave us a box to house our Freeway movies in so that you can have them all together. This is awesome. This is awesome. So I'll showcase that too on my Instagram. I'll do that tomorrow. That's really cool. So I'm glad I got this. I think this might be sold out. I don't know though, but it's very, very good to some people. They might be like, that was a waste of money. I think it was only $8, $6 or something. But again, I just think the presentation, I love the presentation of this stuff. Oh, wow. That's cool. The next one I got is Alien Private Eye. Don't know anything about it, but it was on sale and I didn't own it. So it's one I'm going to have to check out. The Iceman Cometh. Let me know, guys, if any of these, like, those to me are all blind. These are all like blind buys. These are just stuff that was on sale that I didn't own. The Scary of 61st with like this weird mirror cover. I don't know anything about this movie. I know nothing. I don't even remember ordering this. It's so wild. Like, I feel so ridiculous. Like, I literally don't have any recollection of ordering any of these that I'm showing you right now. Like this one, Guns and Guts. I don't remember this. Hot Snake. I have no recollection of ordering this movie. So I'm under the assumption that these were like on sale because I don't know why I would have just snagged that. So let me make sure there's nothing left. That's it. All right, gang. So here's my Vinegar Syndrome order. Okay. Vinegar Syndrome order. Got the light. Got the neon sign. Got the Freeway box set. Box. I got Hot Snake. Guns and Guts. I got Little Darlings. I got this scary of scary first. Iceman Cometh, Alien Private Eye, Boggy Creek 2, and Mutant Hunt. So to be honest, my whole order is a blind buy. My whole order, I've never seen any of these movies that I got. I've heard great things about Little Darlings, and it's one I've wanted to see for so long. I'm almost highly positive that's going to be great. The rest, I think I was just trying to round out my collection of things that were on sale. Epstein horror, really? I don't even know what that means. I got the small. There's two. I bought the smaller version. There's a larger version and a smaller version. I got the smaller one just because I don't have the space for a larger one. If I had that kind of space, there'd be a poster on the wall. So, yeah, that's a smaller one. Let me see. Autograph 100, 8x10, Primo autograph 120. All others. Mr. Tomei. I wish they had. If they had Katie Holmes, I would be all over a disturbing behavior poster for sure. Really? Is it like a documentary? Yeah, it looks good. It was packed really well. What's up, Fruit of the Tomb? 100%. They know what the hell they're doing, and that's why they're making chicken salad out of chicken shit. 100%. 100%. Interesting. But yeah, gang, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to go through what was in this big box. Like I said, I really don't have any recollection of ordering any of these except for Boggy Creek 2 and Little Darlings. Those two I remember ordering, and the light and this. The rest, I have no recollection of ordering. I don't know what I was doing. I must have just hit buy. I have no idea. I have no clue. Honestly, I really don't. That's a good or a bad thing. We will remain to be seen. In the comments below, if you watch us on the replay, out of all these movies that I got, let me know which ones are good and tell me, dude, that movie sucks. You shouldn't have bought it. Tell me all that stuff. Let me know what you think of the new Anchor Bay news. And Stuntman Mark, I already own all the Billy Blanks movies. Of course, I get those day one. Thanks, dude. Oh, hell yeah. Unmasking the Idol's cool. That's a cool one. That's for sure cool one. The giveaway, I do have a giveaway. I mean, I told you, if anybody, it's a standard Blu-ray, 7, still sealed. If you guys want me to do a giveaway, post down in the comments after this show ends. Do the giveaway of 7. I'm interested, and I'll do something either on the channel or on Instagram or something like that. But I'm down to give this away. That's fine. Hell yeah. Backhand that like button. We've had over 70 people in here the whole time. So hit that like button for sure. And a lot of people, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm telling you, cheesy as some of these things are, if they make me laugh, I'm all in, and I'll tell you guys. So guys, on the replay, definitely hit that like button. Leave a comment down below on anything that I talked about today, the Anchor Bay stuff, the Vinegar Syndrome order, and share this stuff around. Again, want to get this channel rolling for the new year. I have huge goals by the end of this year, so I can't do it without you guys. I need all the help I can get. Tell your friends to come check out the channel. Super appreciative. We have a ton of new stuff coming. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me at Born to Be Rad. I just posted a picture today of all the new stuff coming this month as far as shows that I'm doing. And I also did a story today telling about all the videos I've recently done that maybe you guys missed, because I did change up the way I'm doing thumbnails now. So if people happen to be scrolling by them, not realizing it's me, go back and check out some of my newest videos and check out the ones you guys maybe have missed, because I've been doing something on collectibles lately, which I think is really fun. And it's just something different than always talking about the physical media movies. It's talking about collectibles for specific movies. Definitely appreciate that, guys. Come back tomorrow. I will be here with Cody from Dude Who Loves Movies. We're going to be doing the Rad Dudes Talk 90s thrillers. And I'd love to have you guys here. So thank you guys for checking this out. This is Garrett at Born to Be Rad. And like always, stay